Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 25th of October 2024. So a couple of things before we get into the main event. Monday, there will be no market alert as I'm away this weekend and will be travelling back. The second thing is that the clocks go back this weekend, which you're probably aware of. So that means that all of the US markets will be an hour early if you trade any of these during the next week. And then the US actually go from daylight savings a week on Saturday or early hours of Sunday morning, and then everything will be back in alignment. Okay, let's have a look at yesterday. This headline's an interesting one. Traders buy everything they sold yesterday as rate cut expectations rebound. You can't make this stuff up, can you? Real gold price is highest since January 1980, obviously accounting for some sort of inflation there. US stocks were mostly higher as participants digested earnings data, and stocks and bonds catch a bid. Tesla soars on strong earnings. So that's all it was that reversed the previous day. Sell everything to buy everything. Economic news, German info business climate, durable goods from the US at 1:30, durable goods orders month on month, monetary policy report hearings, and 3 p.m. we've got the revised consumer sentiment. So that's all your news for today. And there's no major impact news items there. So the markets will have to make their own direction. And speaking of the markets, let's kick off and have a look at the Dow. So once again, we see the Dow moving lower. We took out the 62% retracement that we drew in yesterday from here to the recent high. Market also shows support at the 78%, or 89% actually, there with the 50 EMA if prices do take out yesterday's low, which you can see with the green line there. So price is still looking fairly weakish. We're getting the sort of pre-center rally pullback. Again, as I mentioned yesterday, it just depends what happens going forward in the next couple of weeks with the US elections. And as each day passes, the chaos draws one day closer. 30-minute chart, markets were just sideways until we opened at 2:30. The cash market moving prices lower all the way down to the S1. From Wednesday, prices rallied off this and also the low as well. You can see the buying coming in there. The green inside of the red bar, moving prices back up. And overnight, the closed DP and 20 bar moving average currently show a bit of resistance for the Dow. Market needs to hold above the 5 bar MA in the 30 minutes. Failure to do this may see a retest of the lows and then yesterday's low as well. So let's have a look at the DAX, see if this followed suit. And in the German DAX, it didn't. Prices managed to rally initially, but failed overnight and below the 5 bar moving average, but didn't take out Wednesday's low during Thursday's trading session there. So in a bit more detail, the market rallied from the start and ignored all of the flash news, which is a first, certainly for me, and then managed to pull back and rally up before we saw the DAX sell-off with the Dow after 2:30, but it made a new high in the morning, just mid-morning, early afternoon, and overnight prices below the close and the DP at the moment, close below this low here to the left, which, to give it some context, is sitting at 19,396. We'll likely see prices retest yesterday's low, and also keep an eye on those two levels there as well from yesterday's DP and close as well, which could actually find some support for prices. Meanwhile, in the S&P 500, this one with Tesla obviously helping support the market, as it said in the headline, from selling everything on Wednesday, Thursday, they bought back, and overnight again showing that weakness. The market's currently holding quite well, needs to hold above the 38% retracement and the 20 bar moving average there. Failure to do this, likely to see the market test the low, which then takes you into a 50% territory as well from the recent low to the recent all-time high of 5881.7. 30-minute chart gives a better look at this. The market rallied in the derivatives. The cash market sold off again It's something's going on here, isn't it? We've got this same pattern that we're seeing each day, certainly 3 days out of 5 of the trading days. Overnight prices are sideways treading water. The DP and the close again are offering resistance here, along with the 20 bar moving average and the 50 EMA. So again, if we take out the support to the left here and the psychological level, which comes in at 5.8? Yeah, 5,800 is the red line. Then we're likely to see a retest of the S1 and the low. That, of course, goes without saying that today there is no major economic news item, so prices could find support. UK market stuck it in that range. You can still see that. This is waiting until Wednesday next with the UK budget, and the 30-minute chart shows a similar picture to the DAX and the Dow. The S&P rather, prices moving up and then being forced down as the US Dow moves sharply lower. At the moment we're below the DP, the close, and heading towards the low there of yesterday's trading session. US dollar had a bit of a pullback yesterday, but had a bit of a no impact on the metals actually. They're sort of decoupled, as I've said, this week. We've got the dollar down, and so with the metals. So let's have a quick look at those. So starting off with silver, the market trying to move back up yesterday. It's going to get slammed today. It's Friday, isn't it? It always gets slammed on a Friday, apart from last week where it actually was allowed to move up, which you can see there. So don't be surprised today if this gets absolutely monkey hammered. It's Friday, and you can see yesterday, watch the 130 London fix LBMA, and you can see what precisely what goes on there. We're already heading towards yesterday's low overnight as well, so expect a bit of a bloodbath in metals today is my guess. And also in gold, inside bar at the moment, and for yesterday as well, so a bit of indecision there. Markets run out of steam on the upside, or it's being forced to move lower at the moment, which you can see. Again, everything's fine and dandy till we get the pricing on the London fix and the market is pushed down. Market rebounds off this generally, but overnight you can see now we're under pressure. Watch the low of yesterday. The market's due for a correction anyway, and today, Friday, would give it the ideal opportunity with which to actually do that. So let's just go back to silver, throw in some fibs from this recent low, and you're probably looking around 32.60. No problem to take $1 off that price at all or more. Okay, let's have a look at the gold silver ratio. And in the gold silver ratio, moving back to the upside, no problem, back probably to this sort of level here, about 85 for this is quite achievable there. So again, keep an eye on that as well. Let's have a look at yesterday's trades in the 2-minute DAX. So yesterday prices moved higher initially in the futures markets, having seen all of the selling the day before, prices moving straight up there. And then we kicked off with a potential buy signal. The market moving up, trailed the stop, got out with the news there for 25 points. Too soon, because the market ignored the flash news, which is very unusual, and traded up to the previous day's high. Had the news not been out, then the ideal target price would have been the previous day's high, just as much as the previous day's low. On the downside, it is a very important level. The market then traded sideways, sitting above the high, and then moving higher with the other flash news until prices pulled back to the high, found support, and then moved higher once more. So the second trade moving higher there, just trailed the stop. And as we get towards the final news for the morning, another 30 points there. So all in all, a good morning, but prices then continue up to the R2 before they fail and then move back. We then get into the mid-morning where prices just come back and retest the high. The high becomes a bit of a magnet there to move prices away from a support area from the previous day. Prices then just trade sideways. Economic news at lunchtime. 200 MA comes into play, supports the market, and then we get into the afternoon session with the Dow. We get the flash news released from the US, which moves the DAX down, losing trade, sends the market short down to the 200 MA, where you can expect the market to find support, which it does. And then prices move back to the upside there, The trade isn't filled because there are 3 bars that follow that don't fill the price, and then it is ignored. We then get a potential short there, and the market then continues to move down towards the high over a long period there, and then prices continue down to the R1. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that trade as I had an appointment and was away from the desk. But prices then trading to the R1 and then trying to get back above the previous day's high, which it failed to do so as it went into the evening session there. And of course, we saw with the Dow being moved to the downside, adding that downside pressure as well. So overnight prices are below the DP and the close, 200 MA, 50, 20, and sitting at the 5 at the moment. So quite bearish there. Wouldn't take a lot though to spark the market back to the upside, but at the moment looking at a downside situation there. And if we just go back and remind ourselves of the daily chart, you will see that prices are sideways to lower there and below the 5 MA in the daily chart. Okay, that's it for this one and for this week. And just a quick reminder, I won't be here on Monday morning, but everything will resume on Tuesday. So have a great day and a great weekend. And with that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.